Hello, and so I am back with Shockwave, a new creation. And to start off, this guy was a bitch to make. So to point out, he alright, just I don't not know how to explain how difficult he was. Like the rib cage right here. These things were remade about 4 times, and this is the closest I've got it to movie accurate. And so I also he used to be a lot bigger. He was I remember in the Optimus Prime video I said he was really big. I actually made him shorter. He was he, okay, so Optimus was about this tall compared to him in length. But I kind of made him smaller because he felt too big, so now Optimus is like right here. He used to be giant, and I found out that was movie accurate. And so here's a size comparison with him and Optimus. Yeah, so he still is a lot bigger. And oh yeah, so I do have some parts from his original build right here. This was originally him. You can see his head right here. This head was rebuilt 5 times, and I did not like it. And this is what I ended up with, which is still not right. Which the new one came kind of a lot better. And you can see how much bigger the old one was. Look at the head sizes. He used to be a lot bigger in his body size. So, oh yeah, and this can just show how I build these things. Like what's inside with all the tubes and the wiring and the pistons. Yes, this one had pistons in his neck, but I kind of removed those. And here is another comparison of what used to be a very large build and design right here. The Hulkbuster. You can see a really dramatic size difference between them. And I did make a few changes to Optimus and his weapons, but I will get to that in a different video probably. And so with his weapons, I didn't like how I couldn't have 2 hands. So like that's how the original one was. The gun and the blade were permanent things. So I kind of modified it to my liking. And the blade right here is detachable. Right here. And it is very hard. As an example. It's rock hard, and this thing does not have any metal in it. It's all paper. And I also have a second weapon for him, which I don't know why, but it's pretty cool. A minigun. And they just slip into these 2 little holes right there. You try to get it in. It's kind of really hard to do this with one hand, but it's very difficult. Okay, fuck it. I can't get it in, but just picture that. That's what it looks like. So yeah, and his gun with the chain right here. The chain is actually tube rolls cut into pieces, and in between it there are 4 strings, very thick strings going to it. And now to detach the gun, I have to remove this right here. And it's very hard to remove this because the gun is pretty heavy. So there. So I had to make it a very strong connection between the gun and the arm. And after that, the hand kind of just folds forward. And so with the detail, his face, I got that little scar here, and to paint him, I did gunmetal, or I painted him all black, and then I did gunmetal gray, and then I did a dark silver to give him a little shine. Now there are a few parts that are just solid silver, like this. You can tell it's brighter than everything else, and at his feet. These right here are all silver. And these circles. Piece of glue right there. And so, also something I noticed in the movie, when he got attacked a lot, his eye kind of hung out, so I kind of just gave that little, yeah, that little, thing. Oh yeah, my finger is kind of, it looks like that because of super glue. It's just the glue, it kind of peels off and then looks normal. Because when, I super glue, like the edges and the curves and stuff, to make it really hard so that if something hits it, it doesn't get scratched. But if I don't clean it, like right before it dries, it kind of looks really bad, so I kind of have to wipe it down with my finger. But this kind of just peels off right away. And oh yeah, with the joints, he has the strongest joints currently built because okay, so here's Hulkbuster joints. Now look at the size of his. There's a very big size difference, and his are also 3 times thicker. And the bolt has you can see how small that one is right there. Now look at this one. His are much larger. And same goes for his leg joints. They're a lot thicker. And for the back side, so this was a pain to make because the shape, these right here, I could not get these the right shape, but I mean, I managed to do it eventually. And also, my favorite part about it, I would say, are these parts right here. I like the triangle shape it makes right there. And moving down his ass right here, these things are they're movable so that they don't get in the way of his legs. And yeah, there's those thick bolts going down his legs. And so yeah, here's the lower part of his legs. And just to say, his legs were used to be from like here to like right there, but I kind of just I removed them and then I cut the foot off and I kind of shortened both sides to make it more even. And yeah, there's just some more detail right there. And there's also some piping right here. These aren't actually silver. What? No, they are silver. That's why they're shining apart from everything else, like a lot more. This is silver. This is gunmetal gray with dark silver. And along with the feet, I think they're really cool. Now you can see some colored right there because that's these parts are made from this kind of cardboard. This is from a Mountain Dew box. So yeah, so I can't get the paint past the glue in there, so it kind of just it's there, but it's not that much of a problem because it's almost never seen. And so yeah, that's Shockwave, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.